registered in the land registry, and it is known that they did not pay, they did not have money to pay for it, and there was other money in their accounts with no possibility to account for where this money came from. Incidentally, there was in the past few years some efforts in Egypt to try and combat money laundering, and now I wonder why they didn't succeed, because the people in the top were really on the act.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Just to say, I mean, we now have had the word from Mubarak in a very clear voice, and from his sons. Really, proceedings as far as this can go now, the trial for now, are done, aren't they?
Well, they are done. There will be a great deal of wrangling with regard to what the lawyers want, the time they want to read and prepare themselves, etc. But this is, at the end of the day, will be in the hands of the judge, the presiding judge, to decide. But I think there is a great deal of satisfaction in Egypt with the proceedings today. But I can tell you that there are so many symptoms of shivers will be in other Arab capitals, especially around the Gulf region.
I can imagine that. Also, just one other point, interesting, is that the link between the former Interior Minister, because of course we heard his lawyer saying he should be separated from this particular case, but the link between him and the Mubaraks, very apparent on the charges.
Absolutely. All the ministers and the prime ministers, they said two people in some statements of their own, and this is on the record. They said, we are not ministers, we don't have policy of our own. We are acting as aides to the president, and we act on his own directives. Now this shows, unless the Minister of Interior has a special status, for example, because he would report on the security of the movement of the president, and probably, as people say, control his movements by warning him not to go somewhere and pointing that somewhere is much safer. So the relationship is so close between the Interior Ministry and the President for that matter.
Abdullah, thank you. We're getting more representations to the judge. We have had all sorts of appeals in the course of the morning already, both from defence and from prosecution lawyers, and different calls, including one for the death penalty for the former Interior Minister. But what we can say for absolute certainty at this point is that Hosni Mubarak, his sons Alet and Gamal, have all faced in the court the charges against them of killing protesters and indeed of corruption via the appropriation of land. They have denied all the charges. It was Hosni Mubarak who spoke first as defendant number one, and he was followed almost word for word by Alet and then Gamal. I deny everything. I deny all the charges, was how the sons put it. Just pick up again on proceedings here in court.
I'm here to defend civil, and I respect the court, given its judicial priority to include Dr. Atif Hadid as in the list of the accused alongside the former President Mohammed Hosni Mubarak. In accordance with the recommendations stipulated in the cases, and we ask for the presence of Omar Suleiman as an eyewitness.